I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway.
Mike's by 4, Mike.
12.
Mike's by 4.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Hey, shoot your focus.
Hey, 0.
Boy.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Get away. Watch out.
Touch 50. Go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw on third down, Wilson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, the game the underneath stuff, you got to go and make the tackle right away.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, check 25. Hey, 0.
Here's McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Here we go. Friday.
54 Mike. Too low.
Front left side.
Now it's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm coming after you. Check three.
Hey, Ridley.
Mike 5-4.
High 7, let's go.
I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mario Addison in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Check. Watch 54.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
54. Mike 54. Drop deep. Mike 5-4.
Go, 4 down.
What's that? Mike 54. Bring it. 54 is Mike.
Zebra.
Check. Watch 54. I got one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Okay, special.
Hey, watch that.
Go.
54. Mike 54.
Hold up.
I'm coming. Mike 5-4. Oh, try. Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson forced out to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. 54.
One left.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, 0.
Watch the pass. Mike 54.
Go.
54. Hey.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Attack! Delta!
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Terrell Owens, 71 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Mahomes now on first down. Got a man open. It's the Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes to throw once more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. 12.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
54, right there. 54.
Mahomes now to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big play there for New England. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Terrell Owens, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Vinatieri able to... And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On first down, Wilson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Alert.
Watch the twins. Switch.
Bang out. Bam.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Now a carry for Okoye. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 24-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Mike 54.
Hey, 0.
Switch.
Gun.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Kill. Turn it up.
Hey, 0. Yeah, 12.
Right there. Hot seven. Right there. 54 Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Keith Bullock in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
59, check, 59.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Charlie, let's put that team on the bus. 54.
Now here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing now is Wilson. Open man is Anderson. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you